We're back now with one of our faves. We've got Great Day books, and if you're looking for something new to read that you can get lost in, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, Lori Fazio from RJ Julia Booksellers is here because she's got some of the new bestsellers to check out.
Yeah, it's a fun, they're already starting to fly into the store, you know, the whole new season of books. So
Great. There are seasons of books.
There are seasons of books, and the biggest season, not surprising, is the fall.
Okay.
But early spring is also, you know, February, March.
Okay.
Big book time.
Are we allowed to announce who's coming tomorrow? Or is that
Sure, yeah.
Alton Brown?
Alton Brown,
That's a big deal.
We actually had it in our newscast we were promoting because I don't know if there's any tickets left.
There are.
Okay.
It's a signing, so he's not speaking, but there are tickets left. Although we're of course trying to figure out the weather, you know, what to do as far as
what time
people
is it?
getting there. It's a 5 o'clock signing, so I think
okay.
we'll be okay by then. But I've got staff to figure out.
Will he say hello?
Oh,
I know
of course.
he's not going to speak, but
of course. Oh, yeah. When there's a signing, people come up. They get to spend a moment or two chatting, and depending on, you know, how long the author has, sometimes they'll take pictures. I'm not sure if he's taking pictures.
All right, terrific.
But yeah, pretty exciting.
Hey,
yeah.
you can go and get it signed, and book signings are always a fun
What have
night
you got for us today?
Well, it is Black History Month.
Okay.
Right. So I wanted to bring a couple. We've got a whole display. We've got lots of choices online as well. But I wanted to bring a couple that I thought were important. So Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. This is out in paperback right now. It's actually nominated for an Oscar as Best Movie.
Wow.
It's based on a true story about a home for boys in Florida that was for years and years, and lots of things went on there. But Colson Whitehead has the talent of talking about the horrific, but not necessarily in a horrific way.
Okay.
It's a great book.
All right, terrific.
Tough, though. It's tough. And then I brought The Small and the Mighty. So Sharon McMahon, who has an online Instagram called Sharon Says So, she's sort of known on Instagram as America's history teacher.
Okay.
So this is 12, and it's not all necessarily, Black people in this, but 12 people in history that have made a difference that you might not even know of.
Okay.
So one that I just, was looking at was Claudette Colvin. So about a year before Rosa Parks, Claudette was 15 years old, and she was sitting in the black section of a bus, and they wanted her to get up and move, and she wouldn't give up her seat.
Wow.
And it talks about her and how that sort of her life, projected forward from there. So
Did
really,
she influence Rosa Parks, or?
that I don't know. I didn't get that far yet, but I think that it's fascinating, and there's all kinds of different people in here. So those are 2 books on our display, which are really interesting.
I love this title, The Kingmaker.
So The Kingmaker. So this is about Pamela Harriman, who this is on my to be read list. I haven't read this yet, and I need to get to it. It's one of Roxanne's favorites. She was the daughter-in-law of Winston Churchill, and she was extremely influential during World War II in getting some of, she would, seduce some people and get secrets and share them. And then even after that, how she used her womanly ways to really make a big effect on many people, even up through JFK. So yeah.
I've heard so many stories about her.
Roxanne's the owner of RJ Julia's, and this is one of her favorites. It's been on my TBR list, to be read list, but I have so many other things.
We'll learn, and it'll be juicy.
It is, yeah. It's really well written, because Sonia Purnell's a really fabulous storyteller.
Okay, good.
So The Lotus Shoes, this is a new fiction book, and it takes place, way back in, 18th century China, and, maybe 16th century, 16th century. Foot binding, and it's about 2 different class girls that are paired together and how they need to move forward, and they had to advance themselves because you have to be paired with someone if you come from a non-wealthy family. So really interesting if you like some historical fiction. And,
that's great. I love that. And it's terrific.
Yeah, The Crazies is about Montana. It's a true story about a wind company that's trying to get their wind turbines up, and this is nonfiction. It reads like a good old Western
Like
without
it's
the
Yellowstone
cowboys.
in a book.
Right. It was fascinating. I couldn't get enough of this book.
Yeah.
And
it
then
sounds almost like a fascinating page turner. And
Yeah.
Montana, a Native American activist becomes embroiled in a battle royale over wind power. It really does sound like, if you like Yellowstone, which I love, you might love this.
Right, and it's a true story. So, and then I figured we'd end on something fun. So I actually read something fun, which I don't normally do, but the 3 Lives of KK. So this is about a girl who, when she's young, she's trying to figure out who she is, and her best friend, there's an accident. So she leaves. She's like, I have to get out of here. And she recreates herself to another name, and then within that name, she creates another character. So the book goes back and forth to the different characters of who she is, trying to escape her past, and how it all circles back. But it's fast-paced and fun.
Okay.
You know, why not read something
well,
a little fun?
Thank you, Laurie. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, you
thank
too.
you. Happy
All right,
Valentine's
let's go
Day.
ahead from Valentine's Day staples to something unique.
Our friend Millie Almodovar joining us now with her must-have Valentine's Day gift.